This is amazing. The unity, the multiverse. This is everything and more, literally. No kidding. Think of the dissertations. Boundless topics, no bounds. Except the books, they're bound. This explains so much, though. They're disorganized, petty, weird, and also deeply fascinating at the same time. Because they are just people. We never rule that out, but it feels so good to know we weren't fighting against robot alien ghost gods or something. We should feel cheated. They hoarded this and used it against people in their quest for power. But it all comes back to this. We don't know what will happen if you enter the Unity. You might lose yourself or become a two-headed space shark. There are too many variables. That's a valid concern. But at the same time, none of us would be here if we weren't willing to take those risks. Of course, at the end of the day, it's your choice. But I will say this. Our entire purpose in Constellation is to explore. Why would we stop now? Obviously, if you were ready to jump in right now, I would not be following you. I'm sorry to say. It's a huge decision. It could change who you are fundamentally. It's not like dyeing your hair gold or getting a full-body cat suit or eating a full pack of extra wild spicy chunks in under a minute. This is serious business. Well, about that, there's one more thing I wanted to discuss. Thanks. This has been swirling in my brain goo for a while now. So, I've been pondering over what's happened and what it all means. And I've got a favor to ask. A teensy-weensy favor. About the size of a plank length, really. I think it's time I joined you in the physics-bending powers business. See if one of those temples works for more than just you. What, you think you're the only one who can walk around in a cape and tights? Granted, it's just a theory, but I venture anyone who experiences visions from touching an artifact is now connected to them. You got a vision, I got a vision. You got a power, ergo. Marvelous. I'm glad you're as gung-ho about this as I am. As it so happens, I've already talked to Vladimir. Seems our eye in the sky is back up and running. He sent me the coordinates for the temple already. We just have to visit.
That's the temple? Barrett, I'd love to see this.
These suits separate. Take a break. Let's chat.
why I signed up with Constellation. This moment right here. You have time, of course.
Hello, universe. This is Barrett, returning your call.
What? You know, I needed this. Exploring the galaxy with you by day, investigating the mysterious legal woes of my long-dead spouse by night. Vasco never appreciated my humor that much. I was just remembering how I'd pour my heart out to Vasco so many times. I told him all about Irvin. He showed me a chart of how sad I should expect to feel. Oh, we got to point B many times just fine. Top-notch co-pilot. Would recommend him to anybody. Anyway, I'm glad you're here right now because we have things to discuss about Irvin's case. I heard back from my contact. They looked into Hephaestus Mining Corporation. Looks like they paid off the judge. And that's not all. My contact really came through for us. Turns out the witness was threatened until he withdrew his testimony. And thanks to our contact, we now have the receipts. My contact has an audio log with the identity of the speaker verified, time-stamped, everything. Bank transactions. A precise amount was transferred to the judge only the day before the ruling. No, my contact does for now. I trust them. We worked together a long time ago. And it depends on what I want to do with all the proof. If anything. I tend to agree. It's interesting, but not enough to take it to a lawyer yet. So I know a cyber runner who has accessed corporate archives before. They can dig into the classified archives before we go to a lawyer. We can pay extra for them to use less legal methods to obtain information, but that adds risk. I don't know. I guess that's a good question for a lawyer. I appreciate that, Captain. But I'll take care of any fines or bribes that come up from this. You have always been so supportive of me during this process. Let me take care of this part. Depending on what they find out, it might be time to talk to a lawyer. I'll see if I can find one. Whew. Taking on Hephaestus isn't going to be easy. And I say this as someone who's fought the Crimson Fleet. Maybe I should study up on the art of cross-examination. Might come in handy at the trial. Objection, Your Honor. I think our lawyer in Gagarin is the right choice. And I win. Wait, does that mean I'm a good lawyer? I caught myself in a paradox, it seems. Anyway, let's go adventure while we wait on the cyber runner to get back to us. You've got to be joking. Nope. Okay. Skipping the initial shock of it all. Agreed. Not worth it. Forming a hypothesis. That doesn't make sense. Cloning is a complicated procedure involving a lot of complex science. This was, a whole lot weirder. That's one way to put it. Molecular binary schism? Temporal twinning? Group hallucination? Don't forget the fluctuations in the energy patterns, which align almost deterministically. Harmonized vibrations, distorting some mechanical barrier between neighboring universes? Impossible to know with such a minute subset of readings. We need more data. Obviously. I'll be Barrett Prime. Amundsen is fine. Usually the barrier between us is too thick to communicate much anyway. Amundsen? Now I know you're not me. Hey, one of us has to keep it classy. Why stop at 2? It won't work. The energy required increases exponentially per anomaly. I'm already exhausted. In a way that's hard to describe. Not physically or mentally, but something else. Sorry, friend. You'll feel right as rain when I dissipate. Whoa there. Sustaining this connection requires a lot of concentration. Is this permanent? You will eventually monitor the energy fluctuations and agree. But no, this is unusual. I could study this forever. Irvin told me to just enjoy it and collect data on the side for later. And I'm glad I did. Irvin? He's with you. He's okay? By the tone of your voice, I'm gathering some things in our lives might be a bit different. Is he happy? Yes, he is. Our daughter pilots the ship after Vasco was destroyed. But otherwise, we've survived the war well. Going on 20 years now. But we're starting to turn the tide. Imagine all of the variations. It's endless. It's been so long. The horror of the infinite is the inclusion of the unimaginable. I promise. He's happy. We're happy. Amazing. Sounds like you don't have a daughter here, I take it. No, we talked about it, but no. We named her after Aja, my mentor. She died in the crossfire between the United Colonies and the Freestar Collective decades ago. For me, Irvin died instead of Aja in that crossfire. She's best friends with Cora, and she's smart as hell. Of course she is. Oh, man. I only hope the new one we're building is just as salty as the last one. I have so many questions. I wonder how many paths I've taken, we've taken, how many variations, how many ended with heartache and how many with joy. I think about that all the time. Wait, what's that noise? Starborn ship. We can handle this. On it. Struggling, being pulled through the barrier. This is probably it, friends. Amundsen, cherish every moment with them.
I already do, my friend. I promise.
So look, for the record, I am the same Barrett that came here with you. For sure. I think. Could you imagine if I just kept pulling other Barretts into existence? Forever? An entire universe full of me. Besides, it is a bit exhausting to sustain just one extra me. Anyway, it's a relief, you know. I have this ability, this power, and I'm still just me. Just regular Barrett. And I already feel like it's subsiding. I no longer feel like I'm in a huge crowd. Yes, though it takes a lot of concentration. If I do it a lot, I bet I'd give myself a headache. From myself. I'm my own migraine. I thought so too. Other me, other Barrett, seemed like he was able to handle himself well in that fight. Anyway, we'll see. If the other me gets in the way, I can just release him, or stop using the power entirely. For now, I just need to use this power a bit and digest what all has happened. Sure, but give me some time. I want to use it a bit more, see what its limits are. I just need some time with it. I lost my Irvin. I know that. I wish beyond anything that he appeared in that temple instead of me. But it helps to know there's an Irvin out there somewhere living a life full of love with someone like me. I can move forward with that thought in my heart. That's pretty exhausting, really. So I might only do it when I feel like we could use backup. For now, anyway.
You are not allowed here. Turn around.
You are lost. Leave now.
Come to die.
Where'd they go?
Keep the heretic thing down.
All yours.
content of this soil is ideal for producing.
We're improving our HAB modules right now. Now that I've lived here for a few years, I can't imagine going back to Gagarin Landing.
I'm proud of what we've built here. Not everyone wants to live in a flashy city.
I used to be an explorer too, but then No, never mind. I'm glad someone came along. We could really use your help. We were out on patrol when corrosive vapor started to spew out of cracks in the ground. In all the confusion, one of our crew got left behind. We've been worried ever since. She must have gotten hurt in all the chaos. We need you to bring her back. Can you do this for us? I knew it. We can't thank you enough. Right. Back to it.
You'll need good gear if you're going trekking. I can help with that. Any junk weighing you down? I buy just about anything. Well, it's a lot better than it was a year ago. We got struck by a meteorite last planting season that destroyed the HAB module, where we stored food and goods. Things were touch and go for months after that. Compensating for that kind of loss is almost impossible in a community this size. But we're a tough bunch. We pulled through. It's okay, I guess. But I have to be real. Some of the other settlers get on my nerves. And it's not like I have a choice about seeing them. Only a handful of people live here.
Here, let me see that. Amazing. Knocked the pain right out. Much appreciated. Let's stick together. I'll follow your lead.
Keeping all this equipment running is tiring work. Our tech isn't exactly top of the line.
Do not tamper with the produce. It does not respond positively to being disturbed.
Nice suit. Constellation? Never heard of you.
I used to work for Ryujin Industries. Boy, am I glad to be out.
There you are. Thank you for rescuing our friend. Here, this is for you. I only wish I had more to give. Safe travels, friend.